Hello, my name is Jim Stoll. I'm going to be presenting today at the challenges of going to a paperless office, and I'll go over a few of the different struggles as well as some of the ways that they've been able to be overcome. Does this look familiar to you at all? Would you rather that you have your clients see this office itself? When using paperless systems, it is going to be very easy to actually have a very clean desk from now on instead of having all the papers strewn about and cluttered. The biggest thing that tends to be issue with people, especially real estate agents, when they come into contact with the idea of going into a paperless system, is the thought that there's a lack of control over where the documents are, how to access them, and that type of thing. Because they're used to carrying paper in a briefcase, in a file folder, something to that effect, where there's actually a hard physical copy available to them or their clients at any given time. One thing that is able to be done to resolve this is actually by uh, converting the documents into an electronic format. They can save it onto a cloud drive system, basically allowing them access to it regardless of where they are through their phone, their tablet, or even a PC that has a wireless connection if they're meeting with their clients. Um, a really good reason to make that transition to go to paperless is is that it cuts down not only on the space required to just store all the information, but also it really it really helps provide a easier access. So you're not going through filing cabinets on a regular basis trying to find the correct file, or if a file gets misplaced. If it's scanned in and you have it electronically in your computer, all you have to do is look it up by typing in a keyword, and in most cases it'll pull up, or it can even be attached to a client system, or a client's name rather. Now, one of the things to make this transition, Alexandra De Felisa from Accounting Tech in 2007 was saying that one of the keys is to make the process as easy and transitional as possible. So don't go full bore and drop in every single thing overnight because you are going to have to take time to scan current documents to make them electronic. You also will want to make sure that you don't have issues when it comes to accessing the files themselves. In a separate article that Alexandra had written in 2008 with the same magazine, she actually used the example of a law firm that had some city water pipes that were beneath it burst over the weekend, and all of their documents that they were storing in their basement ended up getting flooded and just drenched, and they had to actually freeze dry all of their documents and spend between $300,000 to get them to be repaired and usable for any cases that they had. Um, it was 6 years worth of documents, and had they all been on electronic files stored on a different location through a server, this could have all have been avoided. They would have had easy access still, and it would not have damaged anything. Um, as far as real estate is concerned, it is very important to not only have the safety, but also to have the access 24/7 to your files. With the new computers, Windows 8, a lot of the computers have the touchscreen option, which will allow your clients to actually sign your documents right on the computer screen. This actually saves not only time in scanning the documents, you don't have to worry about that anymore, but it also allows the ability to immediately, once that paperwork is signed, email it to, if it's a listing, you can email it to your broker and have them enter it into their MLS system. Otherwise, if it's a purchase agreement, you can get it emailed directly and immediately to the listing agent and be one of the first offers there, if not the first, to be able to be presented to that seller and close deals a lot faster because you have gotten it there quicker. Um, that is just a couple of examples there. Also, a really good thing um, for the documents themselves is the fact that you can take and connect to the servers, and if you're at home or if you're in the office, it doesn't matter. Whereas if you, with the paper itself, the paper documents, they're required to be stored at the office or downtown at their warehouse. When you do that, it actually causes a delay in getting the documents if they're needed for any kind of proof or signatures, whatever the case may be. Um, it's really imperative that the documents are easily accessible. Um, for many brokers now, Glenn Roberts from Inman News in 2005 had actually mentioned that there were a lot of real estate companies at that time that were beginning the transfer. And at this point, even many of the Coldwell Banker offices are completely transferred over to electronic files, and they no longer have paper on site, unless there are some agents that do ask that they still use the paper because they just are more comfortable with that. But the company as a whole is trying very hard to um, make the transition happen and make it easy for you. Previous transactions that you've had are being loaded into the system, the electronic system, so that your clients have access to the files if they need to for any kind of litigation due to improper information being placed on sellers' disclosures and having issues there. It's very nice to be able to go that route. Also, it's not just real estate, it's not just law firms. Time Magazine also has gone to the way of paperless. Their their publishing department has actually gone to a screen size as 23-inch screens that Apple makes. They have two of those, and it lets them see 4 pages of their magazines placed right next to each other, and any changes that need to be made can be done right away. Doug Picklick from the Canadian Printer was in 2006 was very impressed by this. He actually wrote an entire article that explained what they're doing and how they're doing it and why it's so impressive. Um, but the great thing is not only will the transitioning to the paperless office save paper and space on your desk, it also makes it so that your files are very easy to access. And with today's technology, there are fewer and fewer reasons to actually be having your paper anymore. It's a liability aspect, and your clients will be more and more impressed if you come to them with new breaking technology saying, we're using this to try and sell your homes or to try and make it easier for you to purchase a home. They'll be more appreciative when you do use these things. I hope this helps. Have a wonderful day, and I appreciate your time.